So maybe this dude, I used to be paid, has the answer. Or what was the point of all the music videos that Cardi dropped late last year and early this year? Maybe he has a prediction of like what's going on. Is he dropping an album soon? I think Emery Lars, is that what it is? Cardi's manager. She posted on her story, let's see. Just music 2024. So again, I think he's actually dropping this year, but it might end up being in December, just like it happened in 2020, you know? But anyway, let's see what he had to say.
What's good, YouTube? It's Justice I Used to Be Paid, and today I'm back with another video. And before I get into the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those things. It helps me out a ton. But today in this video, I'm going to be asking the question of, what was the point? What was the point of all this? Why did Cardi do all the things he did? Now, as of recently, there's been a lot going on in pop culture / hip hop culture. There's been a lot, you know. Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign just dropped Vultures, and everything surrounding that has been super crazy. You know, the album was taken off of Apple Music, put back on Apple Music. There's a certain song that was just completely removed from the album. There's been, you know, apparently a lawsuit now against Kanye. Now, Adidas is talking about they're selling Yeezys without his permission. They've been doing, you know, listening parties across America. Now they're in Europe doing listening parties. There's been a lot going on with Vultures. The song Carnival is fighting for #1 on the Billboard Top 100. It's been fighting for #1 for like...
Because Cardi features still carrying. So like we talked about before, yeah, Cardi's monthly listeners are at 50 million getting carried by bigger artists like Kanye and Travis and The Weeknd. But he is... I think it's like the synergy of Cardi being on a big artist song, which makes it go up more than if they had just dropped solo. Right? Or am I just talking on my ass here just because I'm a Cardi fan?
The past couple of weeks now, like, there's a lot going on there. Cardi, what are we doing? What's going on? All of this stuff happening right now has kind of allowed Playboi Carti to slide into the shadows, because we were supposed to have received this new album from him. The album is called Music. So when I say music, I'm talking about the name of the album for people who are unaware. I'll go on to mention music a lot in this video, so I don't want there to be like a confusion there. But yeah, we were supposed to receive Music a while ago. Cardi was supposed to go on tour with the rest of Opium in September.
Yeah. It's crazy how he canceled a whole ass tour to drop Music and then just go on tour with Kanye. But if you recall those, look, Kanye, Cardi tour, technically he didn't lie like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whenever it was. With these, he said, let's go on tour with Kanye. So maybe that's just what this was, because he did go on the Donda listening party, like multiple, and then now he's going to Vulture's listening party. So who knows?
September of 2023, or started in September of 2023. So it's pretty reasonable to assume that there was supposed to be an album there. But you know what? It got canceled. Fine. They pushed it back. And then Academics comes out in January and says he spoke to Cardi and the album's coming soon. The album's going to be here in January. We're all excited.
By the way, if you bought tickets to what was it? Is it the Narcissist tour or the Antagonist tour? Sorry, man, you better have charged back on that shit, because that's never happening at this point. I bet you he's gonna drop him. He has to drop another project before he goes on tour. That's why he delayed it, in my opinion.
The tour is lined up to start in like January or something like that, and nothing. We don't even get word. The tour just gets quietly canceled. No word on the album. We get new music, not like the album, but we get new songs from Cardi. But we don't know anything about the album at this point. We don't know anything about the album. We don't even know really if that's really the name. We don't know the album cover.
But isn't that exactly what he wants? Because that's what it was with a whole lot of Red too. Like nobody knew what it sounded like. There were so many leaked snippets. There were so many leaks. The version 1. That's just the way he moves, and that's why everybody fucks with it.
We don't know.
It keeps it interesting.
Release date. We don't know a song on the track list. We don't even know if the album really exists at this point. We know nothing about this new Cardi album. Literally nothing. We don't even know if bro really is dropping an album. The only thing that we know about the album is 2024 Music on Aiden Ross's stream.
2024 Music.
That's it. That's all we know is 2024 Music. That's it. That's it. And it's not like Cardi just said, hey, yo, I'm about to drop a new album, and that was it. It wasn't like he just told Academics, yo, the album's coming out in January, and things just kind of fell apart. No, he started a whole rollout. He's on Instagram posting, album on the way, 2024 Music. 2024, we're about to take over the world. All right. And then not only that, he drops 5 new songs, which is absolutely insane for Playboi Carti. 5 new songs in the span of like 3 weeks.
Mind you, none of them are actually on streaming platforms. I've been listening to the bootleg shit on Spotify though, uploaded by other people, but they keep getting taken down, so I have to go find them again.
And for some reason, none of them end up on streaming services. But despite the fact that none of them are on streaming services, and like 2 of them are on YouTube and the other 3 are on his Finsta, not even his real Instagram account, they're on his Finsta. The songs are doing well. The songs are trending. Each song has millions and millions of views or plays, depending on which platform they're on. And most of the songs are close to 1 million likes, especially the ones on his Finsta. They're either at 1 million or they're right there. Like they're almost at 1 million likes. So these songs are doing really well. People are liking them. They're trending. They're going crazy. Cardi's just like built up a massive amount of momentum. All right. He just has insane momentum coming off of these 5 songs. They're doing great, despite the fact that they're not on streaming services. Again, their numbers are great. The analytics look amazing. They're doing great. Okay. They're doing great. Massive amounts of momentum. And then Carti follows that up with a great performance on Carnival. He does really well on Carnival. He does really well on Fuck Some, on the songs on Vultures. But it's like Carti took all the momentum that he had for himself after those 5 songs and just put it on hold. He just had this burning plate of momentum in his hand. All right. He had this momentum in his hand. And he just put it in the freezer. He's just like, ah.
I don't think he cares though, because again, that's just how he moves. Like the off and on that he does, it's like a bitch when you like her, right? They play these games of teasing you, making you feel like they're interested in you, and then they pull back. That's how you get girls too. You gotta like make them interested, then you pull back, and then they start questioning like, wait, does he really like me? Is he gonna call me back? Is he gonna take me on this date? You ghost them for like 3 days, you hit them back, and they're like, oh my God, he's so in demand by other girls. He must be doing shit. He must be so busy. Same thing with him, except like music version of all the fans start salivating like, oh, we're actually about to get this album. Everybody gets super hyped. And then he just goes back in the shadows.
I don't really need that. Just put it in the freezer. Just said, forget all the momentum. I'm going to go hang out with Kanye for the next couple months. Like, dog, it's like he just completely abandoned all the momentum he had built up for his own album rollout to go be a part of the Vultures experience for however long the Vultures experience.
Also, he's up to 50 million monthly listeners now. So think about, as much as, he dropped and then lost momentum, the next time he drops, not only are people still going to tune in just because it's Carti and he's like so many people's favorite rapper, but at the same time, he boosted his monthly listeners just from popping on all these big people's features like Travis, The Weeknd, Kanye, to the point where like now he's a way bigger artist. So when he does drop, there's like a bigger audience ready to hear his music of what he's going to drop solo,
Experience is going to last. And that's great. Do your thing with Kanye. Nobody's, whatever, who cares? But there were some screenshots that came out not too long ago that said that Carti was actually going to wait until all 3 volumes of Vultures dropped to start his actual album rollout. And I'm pretty sure these were fake screenshots. I don't remember what the context of them getting leaked were from. I think it might have been like a Carti group chat or something. I'm pretty sure that they were fake, but it seems like they were right. 2 things.
I mean, monthly listeners isn't a good metric, but I'm just saying, like, think about how much more exposure he got. That's really the only thing we have right now to equate. Like, if we could see the differential between his Instagram followers, maybe, but whenever your monthly listeners go up, say you hop on Travis's song, Travis fans who maybe weren't really tapped in with Carti, and Fiend was huge. Same thing with Carnival. Carnival's like number 2 or number 3 on Billboard. That is now, the Kanye fans are now going to check out his other songs and become a fan of him. At least a lot of them are. Not all of them, but monthly listeners is just like a easy way to equate to, maybe 50 million people aren't actually listening to his solo tracks, but like say a few million at least, and 1 million people is a lot.
Can be right at the same time, or 2 things can be true at the same time. They might have been fake, but those screenshots seem to be absolutely right. And honestly, if it was the plan from the beginning to wait for Vultures to finally play out for you to then drop your project, that's cool. Not mad at it. But why drop those 5 songs and do nothing with it? Those 5 songs were on fire. Social media was on fire talking about Playboi Carti.
I mean, he gained momentum, but he now knows, or he's been known, that every time he comes back, people are still gonna be feasting for that shit. So it was just like testing the waters. Like, do I still got it? And he does. So again, I don't even think he knows he has it in the bag. He knows he's the hottest artist right now. Everybody's looking to hear what he's got to drop on a solo project. Because again, he hasn't dropped since 2020, and it's likely going to be something way different than Whole Lotta Red. So he doesn't care about the wait. He doesn't care about the lost momentum. The momentum's going to come back as soon as he drops.
Just to do nothing with it, just to what? Build up for your 4 or 5 performances on the 3 volumes of Vultures, probably. You probably have like 2 songs per volume, maybe. Like, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Again, if that's what he wanted to do, cool. It's just like, why do all that beforehand? Especially when you're waiting on 3 volumes of Vultures, not just 1, but 3 volumes of Vultures, apparently. At least that's what it looks like, because he hasn't spoken about anything to do with his album in I don't know how long. Okay, it's just all been Vulture stuff. Cardi's been hanging out with Ye in the listening parties, bobbing his head up and down. Like, that's pretty much all we've gotten from Cardi over the last couple weeks to a month. So it clearly feels like he's putting this album on hold until the whole Vultures experience is done. But to make things even worse,
so he can continue to build up that loyal following from other people's. He's just like grabbing clout from every single person. And Kanye is an icon. Kanye is one of the biggest artists in the world, potentially the biggest to some of people in the chat. And therefore, he's just going to keep grabbing clout. And then he's going to drop once he's got all the berries from the forest, and he's going to just feast on all of it.
Kanye is just as, if not more, unreliable when it comes to delivering on time with his music. So Vultures 3 is supposed to come out in April, like April 8th or something like that, right?
Oh, so he thinks after Vultures, that's when Cardi, that would make sense, because he's going to use the momentum from Kanye to then start his rollout afterwards. That makes sense.
Who knows if it comes out at that time? It might come out in December, for all we know, when it comes to Kanye. So it's just like, bro, why would you build up all of this hype just to waste it chilling, hanging out with Kanye and doing Vultures for the next 4 months or 5 months?
Because Kanye's one of the biggest artists in the world. It's like if you had a promo run with Drake, or not necessarily anymore, but it's like, who's a big artist like Kanye who would be a crazy person to just follow around? I feel like there is no comparison to Kanye. So yeah, if he just becomes Kanye's sidekick or like partner, as soon as Kanye's done, then he rolls out golden, no momentum loss.
However long it takes, because again, Kanye's getting sued. He's trying to clear samples. Like, there's a lot that has to happen in order for this Vultures experience to fully play out. So Cardi is just kind of sitting there, literally stabbing his momentum in the chest, just killing it dead. Again, let me remind you, we were probably going to get new music from Cardi, new music being that album, in September of 2023. It's March of 2024.
I mean, he said he was going to drop like early 2021 with Molly World too. So I just don't even believe shit anymore.
And we're only 1 volume in of Vultures. And again, it's Kanye West. So who knows when this entire saga is done? It could be done in December. And we could be looking at music coming out in 2025 at this point. Like, we just really don't know. So my whole thing is just, what was the reason?
But Ye fans are not Cardi fans. Nobody listening to Cardi for a Ye vibe. I mean, I agree with you, but the thing Cardi and Kanye got in common is that they're both bigger brands than just their music. So similarly, because Kanye is a fashion icon, people are going to tune in or just the icon in general. People are going to tune in to just know what is happening in pop culture. So same thing with Cardi. If he's associated with Kanye, people are going to tune in because Cardi got like the whole opium aesthetic, and he's got the like it factor, you know? I don't know how to explain it. I think that Kanye is probably the most comparable iconic rapper that Cardi, that's why he's riding on his coattails right now.
Why do all this? Why build up all this momentum? Why drop those 5 songs if we weren't getting an album relatively soon? If we're going to get an album in June, why do all that in January? You get what I'm saying? Like, why did all of this happen? Because, the only thing I could think of in my mind is maybe like, okay, Cardi's in a new era. He's trying a new sound. He's doing the deep voice thing. He wants to see how the fans feel about it. That's valid. I get that. But you don't need 5 songs to find out the fans' reactions from this new style. He really could have just dropped 2 songs and seen, okay, people rocking with this. We're going to keep going into this album, and we're going to continue to make it sound like this. He didn't need to drop 5 songs to do that. So
Dude could run the year if he drops soon. He's already running it. Y'all saw what happened during Christmas when Cardi dropped, or like a little bit after. I think it was in January he started. He was already everywhere. Like every page was posting it. He's already running without even dropping officially.
SoundCloud send them to Godakis mood.
So that's why I'm saying there's no way for him to lose momentum because he already got it without dropping at all. So why drop? And that dropping might even lose the momentum. It's kind of like what they say about Ice Spice, like, or Cardi B. Like, why are they dropping an album when you can just prolong the hype as long as possible? Because there's some concept where, like, when you're ever like looking forward to playing a video game, right? You technically get more dopamine of the buildup in your head than the actual playing of the game. Like, the whole rollout is crucial. So honestly, if he never dropped and just kept doing singles, especially with how streaming numbers and first week sales numbers are, that might be the best move.
I don't even know if that's a valid thing to say, especially when one of those 5 songs is a feature from Travis Scott, which is huge. I know it's not like Cardi's this small artist reaching out to Travis Scott and Cardi's like, poor me, I just need one feature from you, Travis. No, you know, it's not like he's doing help. It's not like he's doing charity work, Travis, that is, by giving Cardi a feature. But that's still a massive feature. It's Travis Scott. And you just wasted it on a random YouTube release. Again, it's cool. It's doing well. The numbers are banging. But it's like, it's not even on streaming services. So why? Like, I'm just genuinely asking.
Maybe he's pulling a young boy where maybe he just got such a fat deal and renegotiated it or something and got a 30 mil advance or something like Trippie Redd. And so he's not getting any of the royalties anyway because he's still recouping. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to get people hyped so when I go on tour, like, I can actually make money and just not even have to pay back anything because I didn't actually officially release any music. So the label ain't eating at all off me.
Asking why? What was the reason? So now we're just here with these 5 new songs, which is great. I love the new 5 songs. We love getting new music from Cardi.
Also, yeah, I think he wants to drop without having to actually drop, kind of like a leak. He's just testing the waters because if it was trash, then he's like, yeah, I just dropped an Instagram exclusive song. Like, don't take it so seriously. It's like dropping on SoundCloud, but since SoundCloud is already, that method is already depleted at this point, since the SoundCloud era is over, it's just a newer version, in my opinion.
Because it rarely happens. So that's great. Liking the new 5 songs. But what now? Like, all the momentum, everything has just been halted, and we're just kind of sitting here in this dark void. And I think obviously Cardi probably wants that, but it's like, what is going on here? Okay. Cardi does not operate like a normal artist. He does not operate like a normal person. We all know that by now. But this is just beyond strange. You have all this momentum and it's just stopped. It's like being on a roller coaster that was great for the first 45 seconds. You're going up, down, all the way around 360. You flying into you're doing crazy stuff on this roller coaster. Then it just stops. And you're like, oh my God, that first 45 seconds was crazy. I cannot wait for the rest of the ride. And then you're like, all right, it's been about a minute. Are we ever going to move again? Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Are we ever going to get this thing going again?
But see, it's that anticipation that keeps everybody going.
It's been about 10 minutes now. Are we ever? And you're just sitting there waiting on this amazing roller coaster to continue. You're looking ahead of you and it looks like, man, that drop looks really steep. Man, that looks like it's going to go and take us reverse and upside down. That looks crazy ahead of us. But like, how long are we going to sit here and wait until we actually get to go? And it's like, are these songs, are they even going to be on the album? Like, are they even actually going to make the final cut of the project? Because me personally, I've never seen 5 rollout singles for an album. Never in my life, especially rollout singles that aren't even on streaming services.
But these ain't even the singles, bro. Like, think about a Whole Lot of Red. He didn't drop a single prior. Technically, he dropped At Me, but that didn't even end up being on the project. So these might just be the At Me, and then he doesn't actually have any real singles. Because what's the point of a single? It's like to build up hype for an album. But if you already have the hype, then there's literally no point. You're just giving out freebies.
So what are we doing here? Is this like the new version of like those Whole Lot of Red leaks? Like, y'all remember when Whole Lot of Red first got leaked in like, it was like 2018 or 2019, something like that. And we got Whole Lot of Red version 1 leaks and then version 2 leaks. And then we finally got the out. Like, is this the new wave of that? Except this time Cardi is now dropping these songs, which he might've been doing the entire time anyways. But like, what, I just don't really understand where we're headed with this whole thing. Because at this point, I'm worried for the even existence of this album. Is it even real? It feels like Cardi just kind of forgot that he was supposed to drop an album, because I've been refreshing my Instagram for the past like 3 weeks to a month, and
I mean, realistically, he probably is still recording the shit and it's not even done. Or he's just redoing it a million times. I don't know.
Haven't seen that British bald guy once.
New Kai dropping tonight.
New Cardi.
So I don't know what's going on here. And it just feels like Cardi built up all this momentum literally for zero reason. Just to put it in the freezer. He cooked up this nice homemade meal, cooked up this steak. He cut up all these vegetables. He got the vegetables looking nice and good. He got this steak looking nice. It's looking beautiful. And then he just put it in the freezer. He cooked all this amazing food just to put it in the freezer and not eat it. So I don't know what's going on here, but I think people are kind of like forgetting that we were supposed to get this new album on multiple different occasions now, and we don't even have an album cover. And I think we need to start talking about that. But that's just me. Maybe y'all like this. Maybe y'all like being kept in the dark. I don't know. I'm just very confused. But if you made it this far, please.
Hey, man. It seems like people weren't around for a whole lot of red. Because if you're a veteran in this shit, you know that no one can be trusted. Nothing that he does can be trusted. That's why he could literally say, I'm dropping tomorrow. And you already know, like, it's cap. I think he even said that he's dropping again on Eve's name or on my baby girl's grave. Like, I'm dropping, and then just nothing dropped in 2 weeks. So actually it's been months now. So somebody needs to start digging that shit. Hopefully they paid for her funeral because it's happening. Certified troll. He might just be fucking around with everybody and people just don't realize it. I got a Skims bodysuit to be more like my King Playboy car. Oh my God. My girl got me some Skims. Hold up. Let me show you. It's so fucking gay. Hold up. All right. Are y'all ready for this? My girl got me some Skims shirts. And these things fit terribly. Like, this is literally like, if I walked out in public with this shit, people would definitely think I'm gay. Are you ready? Hold up. Look at this. Look at this shit. Like, how? Bro, what is this? Ugh. I feel like Frank Ocean. Oh my God, my titties are popping out. Ugh. Yeah, that's why these shits are still in the box. 'Cause I'm like, there's no way I'm wearing this shit in public, bruh. There's no way. If I'm wearing this, I need Frank Ocean's cock ring too. Skims, baby. You can see it on the thing. Hanes only. I don't even know what brand this is. I just wear wife beaters for a reason. I'd rather wear this than, I don't care how much the Skims cost. The material is nice. Like, it's really soft, but there's no way in hell I'm wearing this shit in public. No way. The powerlifter shirt? Yeah, facts. Like, they got a little skimpy ass thing. Like, they're basically OnlyFans models. And yeah, I think it was like, hold on, let me see this shit. Skims, men, what is it? It's like tank top. Let's see how much my girl paid for this. $70. She paid $70. For these wife beaters, I probably paid like $15 for a pack of 10.